Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the Roland P-6, where I try and cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Rayhan writes in with some crackly audio issues going from the P6 over USB into the computer. I've got the P6 just hooked up over USB, but it sounds like when he's playing audio on the P6 by itself, it's fine, but when it's going into Ableton Live, it's crackly. There's probably two reasons that I can think of. There might be a third, but there's really just two reasons I can think of. One is, like you can hear as I'm playing this, the envelope isn't great, so I probably don't have this sliced at a 0 point cross. And like, if it's not playing anything, and I come in from the start, it just sounds a little, I'd say crackly, or maybe, again, it might not be hitting a 0 point cross. I could fix this by going in and adjusting the envelope here and just putting like a very quick attack envelope on the beginning, maybe like a quick one for release on the end. But Rayhan's not saying that's what's happening, but that's just guess number one is you might just need to go play with the envelopes. If the audio is just very crackly in general, though, it could be that it's coming in too hot and you're digitally clipping, but again, like that doesn't sound like what Rayhan's having for an issue. What I suspect is happening is you probably have a buffer mismatch. Since you didn't say if this is Windows or Mac OS, it's hard to say. I tried a bunch of settings on Mac OS that I'm running here, and I'll just show you how I have this configured. Just go live settings here. I basically got to the audio input device is the P6. And right now I'm running with a buffer size of 32 samples, super tiny. I've done this, I haven't been able to get this low on most Windows systems, but I've actually found on the Mac in general, the ARM Macs, so like the newer ones, not the Intel ones, but on the newer ones, they actually really seem to prefer lower buffer sizes. So if I come in and set this to like 2048, I have from time to time found that when the CPU load is higher, because I'm running a lot of effects or VSTs and stuff. I mean, right now you can just see the latency is terrible. It's 46 milliseconds going in and then another 49 going out. So not great, but I'm not getting like any additional cracks and pops and cracks. You might just find that if you're on a Mac, bring the buffer size down and, kind of play with that and just see if maybe your CPU load is wanting you to have a lower buffer size. I don't know, just taking a guess. On Windows, I've frequently found on Intel stuff, over the years I've used it, it tends to be the opposite. If you've got a very large amount of effects and things, you probably want your buffer size to actually be larger. But again, like it's hard to tell. It depends on the design and architecture of the CPUs. I haven't used Intel systems on Windows or anything for quite some time, but yeah, I would go check your buffer size, go adjust the latency and see if that has any improvement, because it may end up helping you with some of your audio and how things are being handled. Anyway, that's the best I can give you for thoughts offhand without knowing more details about like what version of Ableton are you using? What's your system? Are you using like Intel or ARM or something, AMD or whatever? I don't have most of that stuff, but it at least might give me a sense of kind of what you're using. You know, is it OS 10? Are you using Windows 10 or 11 or something older? I don't know. But if you feel up to it, write into me, or at least let me know. But as far as I've been able to experiment here, I haven't found anything that sounds egregious or terrible for the P6. So anyway, I hope this helps you out a little bit or helps somebody else out. Thanks for the question, Rayhan. Everybody else, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.